Woo, woo, woo.
Stand by a man. Give him 2 arms to cling to and something warm to come to when nights are cold and lonely. Right.
Tammy, have some.
First of all, you were Tammy gosh darn Wynette.
Yes.
You don't need to be saying
Follow
that.
the sprinkle lady.
Yes, first of all. But we say that song. We sing that song because have you seen the video? Okay, so there's this video, like they're obviously in a podcast and it's a husband and wife. And I'm just telling you all these details so you can get the picture in your head.
Yes.
It's the black older couple, not older. I would say like what, 50s, 60s? Yeah. They're cute, but a little bit older, maybe 50s, low 60s, somewhere around there. You know, you can never tell black people's age.
Right.
They could have been like 90. I don't know. They're married, obviously married for a long time, been through it. And she was like, and let me tell you, the reason that we are where we are is because whenever he would call me at my name, I would just raise God's voice and not listen to him. And whenever he would go out to be his mistress, I would iron his clothes because that's what God graced me to do.
Yeah. She said that's not for everybody, but she was graced by God.
She said, stand by your man, honey.
Uh-huh.
And he was just beside her like, She right. And then now he's a preacher. Like if you watch the further into the clip, the podcast, he's like, yeah. And one day I just woke up and was like, I'm gonna be a preacher. So I'm like, is that how that happened?
I think that you can. I don't know what qualifications.
You're right, because some preachers are more like they know more about the Bible.
Classically trained.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Classically trained. And some are just like, I woke up one day last week. I was sleeping. My wife was ironing my clothes for my mistress, so I can go out and hang out with her.
And I thought I could tell her what to do. Let's see what else we can do out here.
So
I was watching a documentary the other day. I can't find it anywhere to tell you what the name of it was, but it was there was like several stories, and there was one about Bam Margera, one about Jodie Hildebrandt, and then there was this one about the cat cult lady. And she and her husband were married, and they got a divorce. And then like she started telling everyone that like she was gonna kill him, and like convinced everybody that he needed to be dead. And so then like she was like, okay, cool. She convinced the guy to like try. Like he was on his way, and he was like, I don't know. God intervened and told me not to. And she's a preacher. And you know how I would not join her cult? How I would know not to? Because she pointed like a psychopath. She pointed like this, and this. And I was like, nope.
Red flag.
Not going to get me. Not get me. But she started a whole cat cult. And I say it's a cat cult is because that's when they all realized like they were in a cult. Is because she was convincing everybody that her ex-husband needed to die and that they needed to adopt all the cats that they could, and that the cats took priority over everybody. And she had like 25 to 30 cats in her followers' homes.
Oh.
And then they got like a kitty cat sanctuary. And then that became like a front, and she was like manipulating like all these people, different people sexually.
Oh,
like she recruited this lesbian that was a master musician. She was like, she wanted me for my music, and she exploited me, and we had a relationship, and then she took it away, and I was like,
oh my,
what? It was wild.
So just, make sure you don't have to stand by anyone that blindly. Okay, you stand by your man, sure. Stand by him within reason. You know what? The biggest lie we've been told is that love is unconditional. The only person that should give you unconditional love is your mama. The only person. And that should still be, if you done did some terrible shit, you can be in jail.
There's still consequences.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Yes. But I'm going to love you.
Right.
But I'll come visit you every Saturday at the jailhouse, baby.
I mean,
I'm gonna pray for you. But like, you don't have to stand by blindly anybody, guys.
Yeah.
You can
unless you're in a situation where you've like established like you take care of me and whatever you do, like if that's your arrangement, that is
everybody has different. Yeah, everybody has different things for the relationship. Well, whatever works for you guys.
But you're gonna iron your man's shirt.
You gonna iron? First of all, I gotta iron your shirt. Period.
Grow up. If you are old, if you're trying to be with two women, you can iron your own shirt, boo boo. Okay.
Right. I would like because I enjoy like I think it is good to like take care of your man. You know, when your man's taking care of you. Like, you know, I think
I love
good.
like making a plate.
I was gonna say like I like food. That would be my choice. Like, can I make you something to eat?
Yeah.
Can I bring you a plate? But like doing like laundry and extra shit, that boo. No. Yeah. But maybe that's the way that she showed her love. Maybe language. She's not a cooker. Maybe she's like, girl, I'll be burning everything. So that's how she showed her love. I don't know. But yeah, I don't want to do like, because I barely can put my own clothes up. And then the kids' clothes, I gotta put your clothes up? Oh my God.
You gotta do something for yourself.
Come on. But boo boo, you want this plate? You want some more mac and cheese?
Yes.
You want some greens? I don't know why I say greens, like we eat macaroni and cheese and greens all the time, but you know what I mean.
I do want macaroni and cheese and greens. Right. That sounds delicious.
Right? I
just want a bunch of sides. I love sides.
Sides are delicious, right?
I could, on like Thanksgiving,
I could care. Yeah, I feel like the turkey and the ham is like have a slice of each.
An obligatory slice.
Right, you're like, I gotta have some. And then everything else like scoops of sides.
And then desserts.
Right.
Delish.
If I was ever to really go vegetarian, vegan, I would definitely come out like Thanksgiving. I'd be like, all bets are off.
Oh yeah.
Like, because if I ever did, it would be more of health reasons and not moral reasons. Not those type of moral reasons. More like, yeah. But I would not like when people are like, oh, let me see how to make this vegan macaroni and cheese. I'm like, just for this one day, can you just
eat the macaroni?
Just eat, because I don't want any like vegan stuffing. Like, no. You're gonna ruin my one day of the year.
I wouldn't even be mad at vegan stuffing. I'd be mad at vegan mac and cheese.
I don't want it because then you at greens you got to put the ham in it or the bacon or whatever. I would want just do it all. Just give me the whole milk, the sugar, the real sugar, the butter. I don't want to know. We could do that like, oh, come over and try our vegan on a Saturday. Yeah, let's do it on a random.
But on Thanksgiving.
But on no, because I'm all down for trying. I want to try. Yeah, I'll go. I want to go to a vegan restaurant. I still have never been, but I want to go.
Oh really?
Yeah. I still don't have anybody to go with. I don't know. I know you will. When I said it, I'm like, no, you will.
Right. Let's go. Let's go. I used to go. There was like a vegetarian restaurant me and Lisa would go to.
The one on Greenville. Not Greenville. Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always pass by it.
That's fun.
It's not there anymore though, is it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I remember I looked it up because it was over by that Papados I used to walk. And like me and my friend Angel would always talk about going. We never went. And then she moved away, and I didn't really have anybody to. Girl,
let's go get us some food.
I know. One time I made my family a vegetarian lasagna, and they still talk about how terrible it was.
Oh no!
And it was like 20 years ago. It was a long time ago.
And they still talk about it.
And my mom, not my mom, my sister and my dad, of course. Like, remember that time? Remember I tried to make that vegetarian lasagna with tofu, had tofu in it?
Oh, you didn't just put veggies in it?
No, it had tofu and like the cheese. I can't remember. I don't know why. I didn't need to have tofu. Yeah, it's like it just been like cheese.
Yeah, I would have just really put some.
We was just
up in there.
Yeah, right. I don't know why. Now that I'm
like, okay, no, it's fair.
But they still bring it up. It was like some recipe that we were trying. I don't know. When your 20-year-old says, "Hey, I'm going to cook dinner," you're like, "Cool,
well, let's go for it."
And everybody like. Nobody liked it.
Well, speaking of people not living things down, okay, Katy Perry has gotten all of the shit for her blast off into space.
I think it's so funny.
It is so funny. Even Wendy's hating. It's funny.
It is.
But our friend Summer sent us a TikTok video about the real reason. Whatever. Jeff Bezos sent them all out. In there. Some people don't even believe they went in there. There's a lot.
There's a
lot surrounding this.
Yeah.
But so one of the astronauts was Amanda Nguyen, and she's the first Vietnamese woman to be in space.
Mm-hmm.
And she was on track to go to NASA and become an astronaut.
Mm-hmm.
But when she was in college, she was sexually assaulted.
Oh.
And she did the rape kit and everything. And by the time she was ready to come forward, she learned that those kits could be destroyed within 6 months if you hadn't pressed charges. And so there was no evidence. There was nothing that could be done because it had been destroyed. So she like gave up on her astronaut career to become an activist to lengthen the amount of time that these kits are like preserved. So now it's 15 years. And she had a bill unanimously passed in the House, and then like she's creating legislature to help victims of sexual violence. So we need to give Amanda Nguyen her flowers.
Yes, because no one is talking about her.
Nobody's talking about her at all.
Katy Perry and what's her name?
Gayle. But yeah, so she got to go up there, and then also she's like doing new research. So it's been a decade since she had like quit and has been an activist. When she went up there, she's researching the effects of gravity and space on like menstrual cycles because NASA at one point said that women can't be astronauts because of menstrual cycles.
What the hell?
So she's out here fighting the good fight. And everybody's talking about Katy Perry and her little flower and all these shenanigans. So I just wanted to put it out there that Amanda was on the flight too. If you, so much conspiracy.
Yeah, I know.
If they even actually went up there.
I
don't know. I think for Amanda's sake, I hope so.
Yeah, and I do think that they just went. Because it's not even technically space that they went to. It was like literally the upper.
Yeah, it was left the Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah, like it was such a short trip that I don't even think it's worth debating. Like, okay, technically they probably didn't go to space. They just went really, really high.
Or they think the whole thing is fake.
The whole thing, like they didn't even go up any. I think that they went.
I think they went.
I mean, because it would be different. Like if they were like actually like we're on the moon, then I'd be like, y'all went on the moon. Like, for real?
In fact, Katy Perry, them saying Katy Perry's an astronaut, and she's like, thank you.
And then Gayle King, she's like, have y'all been to space? Like, they are pissed.
Yeah.
They do not care about what any of us say. That's what you got. Hey, stand 10 toes down in your decisions.
And Amanda's over here like, y'all, I've been doing all this stuff. Me too.
They won't let us go to space because of the menstruals. That's funny.
Right? So I did want to give our flowers to Amanda. And still laugh at Katy Perry a little bit.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. I'm like, yeah, it is kind of funny. Well, we're just talking about some random TikTok. Or TikTok or social media, whatever. TikTok not your thing, maybe. Because there's other things. There's like Blue Sky and like now there's like Threads.
Are you on Threads?
Because I'm like anytime I post to Instagram, I just post the thread. So I just be on there and I'd be like, yep, that's what I said.
I always get almost like I always click the thing because like they get me. I'm like, well, what's the rest of it say? And I'm like, oh, I don't want to sign up for another thing.
Yeah, I'm just on it because I'm on Instagram. Like if you're on Instagram, you're probably already on it.
Probably.
Yeah. It just posts to it now. I'm just like, all right. But I do go in there and be like, what y'all doing? And then I come out real quick.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it could be like, I don't know. It's just like you said, like you don't need another one. But since I'm already there somehow, I'll just be like, what? Oh, okay.
What y'all got going on?
Right? Like, all right, word. But there's like, yeah, like Blue Sky and Reddit. That's a whole nother beast.
Reddit is a whole nother thing. If I'm like going deep into, I have some people that I follow. Like there was, remember when
I have that app on your phone?
No.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, whoa.
Actually, yes, I do.
You do?
I do.
Wow.
But I don't go on it very often because you'll get in deep.
And they be having like, it's not just thumbs up, heart, and it's all kinds of stuff over there.
I follow, so I used to love this local boutique called Kiki LaRue. And the owner got real sassy on social media, and I was like, I'm over you. And all of her stuff was like the same stuff over and over, and she kept trying to have sales, and like she was trying to sell moissanite jewelry and home stuff, and she built this like multi-million-dollar mansion. It was bonkers. And like
Uh-huh.
having her people pick out what kind of African tile do we want
on social media?
Yes. And I was like, girl, you're supposed to be selling dresses and stuff. Like, it got ookie doo.
Yeah.
Well, the Reddit will tell me every once in a while, I'll be like, oh, what's old Becca up to?
Uh-huh.
And I'll check in. And girl, the other day I was at the thrift store. There was stacks of Kiki LaRue stuff with the tags on it at my local thrift store.
Really?
And I was like,
wow. Yeah, that's the kind of
Reddit. Here's
yeah,
about
that's what I'm
this.
saying. Like the Reddit will get you in some stuff. Like you want to find some detailed details. I like listening to like Am I the Asshole story, like stories from Reddit.
Oh, yeah.
That's some of my favorite. I just like I'll stop every time. Like on TikTok, it's like stories from Reddit or this is Reddit. Am I the asshole? I'm like, let me hear.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'll be the judge.
I'll see. Let's hear the story. But yeah,
I used to like the in the back of like YM and 17, like the little cringy stories.
Yes.
I loved those.
Those are so fun.
They were so fun.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So yeah, definitely Reddit checks out
Yeah.
for that.
For that, yeah, you're right. You're right. I was asking about what did I go look? Oh, I got I have a listing in Crandall if anybody's interested. Very well priced, beautifully immaculate home. Anyway, but it was like a really weird offer. And like normally when you get an offer, it's on like the Texas Real Estate Commission contract forms, and it was like not on that. And the guy was from like someplace on the East Coast, and the terms were really weird. I was like, I was reading over the email, like, he wants to do what? And all this stuff about like, so I was talking to about the loan guy because I was like, I ain't never heard this. What is this? The hell? I've never seen. Why don't they have this on the contract? This seems fishy. And so he was like, ooh, let's go to Reddit. And I was like, ooh. And we went and we put the company's name as Reddit, and all this terrible stuff came up. Because like if you Google it, it's probably not gonna come up.
Right.
So you're right. It's for the real fishy, like just anything that you're like, I need to know the real chisme. Reddit will do that.
Yeah.
But don't put it on your phone.
No.
don't go on there all the time. Just for the random.
You'll end up on the dark web.
For real.
I don't know what happens on Reddit. You're like,
I just saw somebody killing animals.
Yeah. I don't know how that happens on Reddit.
Right. But anyway,
my first go-to, if I go to the bathroom and I'm sitting down, I'm opening probably Instagram up first.
I'm opening up TikTok first.
Yeah. That's fair.
But I've been going to Instagram a lot lately too, just because TikTok did change after. It's so much more, and I try to like block. I'll do good one day, like I'll block all the like creator gets commissioner stuff because I hate that, and so I'll like block them or like say I'm not interested, and it'll clean it up for like a day, and then it'll come back. So it just gets on my nerves, and I'm like, freaking Donald Trump ruined TikTok. But anyway, so I have been going to Instagram a little bit.
Instagram, I like Instagram.
Yeah,
Instagram's fun, especially if you get your algorithm right.
Right.
Fun.
But
Facebook is
Facebook is that got all crazy. It used to be more friends, but now I feel like it's random shit now. Like,
yeah, I advertise on there.
Yeah, I think it's best for
but I share family photos on there too. I share family stuff on Facebook.
Yeah, family stuff is and even like for my most engagement, if I'm gonna post something on like Realtor, like Facebook is the place for sure. Because I know the most
people. Because Gen Zs and millennials aren't in the housing right now
for sure. But okay, so we're talking about so we say all that to say like we're talking about random shit. Okay, this is a random thing. Wait, hold on. Let's talk real quick. Let me tell this guy I'm calling like, hello, let me call you right back. I'm with the client. I'm not. I'm actually doing a podcast. You don't have to know that.
No.
A client.
Girl, and my allergies are going nuts.
Okay. So you know, like if you listen to us, we've been talking about Walton Goggins a lot. Like he was in White Lotus, and then he's in Righteous Gemstones. And so Leslie was like, "Girl, you know what you need to watch." Because Walton Goggins, this is old school Walton Goggins. I was like, girl, what? And she was like,
were roommates.
Yeah,
I was watching it.
She's like, you need to watch The Shield. And I was like, really? And I remembered because her and Norma watched The Shield, and this was like 20 plus years ago, or 20, not 20,
20.
about 20 years ago. And I was like, I remember y'all watching that. And I remember The Shield with Michael Chiklis, because he ended up being in Fantastic Four, and he was the Thing. So I remember him. So I was like, he's like, yeah, girl, so good. Walton Goggins is on there. I was like, what? Okay, let me go see young Walton Goggins. And then she's like, girl, he's transgender. And I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my God, okay. And so I am up to season 3 of The Shield, and it has aged terribly, and it is not very good. But I keep going because finally, like, okay, for one, I was like, so the premise of The Shield is like they're like a really bad cops, right?
Hold on. Did I tell you that he was transgender or that he was like
Cross-dressed.
undercover? Okay.
Something like that. Something. I'm waiting for him to come up in a dress. I'm waiting for that. I'm patiently waiting.
How many seasons are there?
7? I think 7. Yeah.
Okay,
So
and
I'm
you're
in
on-
season 3, and finally it just dawned on me. Okay, because The Shield's like, these are cops in LA, and they're not good cops.
No.
Like, you're kind of like, these cops are assholes. Like, and specifically, Walton Goggins' character is like misogynistic, and he's racist, and he's just do dirty stuff.
He's all wide-eyed and dumb all the time.
Yes. And so finally I was like, and I've been kind of researching, because I was like, did The Shield win awards? I'm telling y'all, it's basic. I'm like, how could, I think one year it won awards, not any other years. Like Michael Chiklis won like Golden Globe. And I think it won something else.
I think it was nominated because Glenn Close got on it and Forrest Whitaker.
I think it was, yes. But like, I was like, The Shield is not that good. Maybe 20 years ago it was good. And so I'm still watching it. And finally today I was like, Leslie, I'm like, is Walton Goggins going to be, it doesn't make, I don't see how his character, from what I'm seeing right now, is going to be like a cross-dresser or a transgender or whatever the hell he's supposed to be. And she's like, I was like, is it The Shield or is it Sons of Anarchy? Because that's been coming up in my feed too. Walton Goggins, Sons of Anarchy. And she was like, you know what?
Now that you say
I
that.
think it is Sons of Anarchy. So I'm going to get to that next. But right now, I'm finished The Shield, even though it's awful. But sometimes some stuff is just so bad. You're just like, well.
Yeah, like the sun.
So this, even LJ, me and LJ were cracking up. Because he'll be like, because I don't watch it all the time, just like, you can literally have it in the background.
Yeah,
like you don't have to be like, oh my gosh, like, yeah. So like I'll have it on or whatever, and LJ goes, oh Lord, here goes this. So like he has this is his excuse for doing all these dirty cop things. Well, not his one excuse, but he has a sick kid at home.
Vic Mackey has a sick kid.
He has a sick kid, and his son at the beginning of the season 1, they diagnosed his son with the terrible condition that him and his wife have to deal with. And then one time Walton Goggins' character was like, he has a sick kid at home. And the thing that he is diagnosed with, y'all ready? Autism.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh my God.
It is Davey bringing up the fact that this little boy has autism. Like, poor baby is in the last stages of like stage 4 leukemia. Like, y'all need to call St. Jude's? What the hell? Baby has autism, and he has to go to a special school, and it's just always on this guy's mind, and something's wrong with him. He just got diagnosed.
I'm sorry, I'm just dying over here.
According to RFK, he'll never work. He'll never do anything, be a productive citizen.
Never, ever.
So it is just funny. And I just wanted to bring it up because I'm in now. The woman cop and the guy, because there was a guy on there, the black dude, that got accused of, or he killed
his wife.
Killed his wife, yeah. Like, he's a terrible actor. Terrible. They're so, oh my God. And then the woman cop, the one woman cop, she's so stupid. I swear this is how she delivered one line. She said, oh, damn. And it was a pretty big deal what happened, but she said, oh, damn. I'm like, girl. Like, the writing is so, like I said, I just watched White Lotus, and I'm very used to these characters. And then you go and watch The Shield from 20 years ago, and it just does not.
It's not holding up.
It's not holding up. But I'll let you know when I finish it because I will finish it. Because then I'll go to. Because I think the Sons of Anarchy will hold it better.
I have not rewatched The Sons of Anarchy, but I did watch it in its entirety when it happened. And I really enjoyed it at the time. But I'm not so sure.
You don't.
It seems so overly acted now. Like, just overdone.
Right.
But I loved it when it was happening.
Right. So we'll see. That came after. Yeah, they had to come after. So we'll see. Yeah, because I think that's one thing that now as like just the society almost like we appreciate more because not one person is all good or all bad. And like now you kind of look at the villain like, well, maybe at a point or like maybe, we kind of look at things differently now as a society. So it's hard when like the cops on The Shield, like they're such bonehead frat boys. And I'm like, okay, even bonehead frat boys have good moments at some point.
Yeah, you have to be likable.
Yeah, right. Oh yes, but like because like even in the White Lotus, like the Schwarzenegger's character, at the end you kind of like them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so like it's just weird to see characters so like I said, they're so frat boy. They're so like, yeah, bro, and there's no
like, character development.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, this is just y'all. Okay.
I wonder why I liked it so much.
I think that it's just different. Like you see, like just like when you grow up and you see movies back when you were like kid, you're like, that was weird,
right?
Why did I like that movie so much?
I knew none of my friends agree with me on this, but the Labyrinth and the Baby Stealer and all that was weird.
The Labyrinth was I watched it several times, but I think I was always a little bit scared.
Yeah.
Like, but it wasn't like one of some of the Labyrinth is some people's like that's the movie.
Their favorite.
Yeah, but
Never Ending Story? No.
Oh, I like Never Ending Story. Yeah, that was my shit right there. Even though that was a little scary too. It was
for everybody.
Yeah, but I did like the Never Ending Story. I don't know why. It was weird. I'm like, I will admit it. It was weird as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Some things, I guess, it's just funny. I forgot all the stuff that you told me. like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's just, like I said, but I'm like, well, I'm watching it. Because I'm waiting for it to, like, because the time transition, like, it's 7 seasons, so I'm sure it should get better. Like, maybe it gets more intricate. Like, as time passes and, like, I don't know. I'm waiting. Maybe it doesn't.
You might be waiting forever, girl.
But
it might just not be good.
Yes. But it's just funny. I can't wait to start Sons of Anarchy so I can be like, that was awful. But The Sopranos was awesome. And that was that 20 years ago?
Yeah.
So it was there. It was happening. So somewhere we gotta find it.
Yeah. Word.
You got anything else this?
Your love. Trying not to die on here, y'all. Oh, I have been enjoying Jennifer Tilley on TikTok lately. I think that she's really cute. I didn't know she was American Chinese.
Yes, I learned that on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely having a moment.
Yeah.
And then she was like the TikTok where she's talking about she got Simpsons money from her ex. She was like, honey, I'm not buying diamonds on Chucky money.
Yes.
That pays for my snacks.
She always had the cool stuff on. Like, she's probably one of the richest women on Beverly Hills is probably one of the richer franchises.
Uh-huh.
Because sometimes you can get on there on the Housewives by being like a little bit rich. Like a Potomac or like a Salt Lake. Like, those people are like new money, but like you have freaking like the Hiltons on Beverly Hills, like money, like old money. But she got 7% of the Simpsons. I think 7%. This is what she said. She said whenever she was getting divorced, it was the creator of the Simpsons back when it first started, and so I don't think it was like super big. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, they had $700,000 in their account, and he was like, "I'll give you $350, and bada boom, boom, we'll be on our way." And she said a friend told her to get a lawyer. It's like, girl, you better get a lawyer. And she got a lawyer, and she got 7% or having percentage of the Simpsons that she's getting paid fruitfully. and she gets to buy $30,000 bags and stuff. So, yeah,
Yeah.
she was trying to tell Kyle to get a lawyer.
Yeah, you need to have representation.
Yeah.
You can't just be doing it by yourself.
No.
AI is not going to help you.
So that thought was interesting. But yeah, Jennifer Tilley is, even though Beverly Hills House is trash, they need to start again. They need to get Kyle off that show.
Kyle
Richards, this Kathy Hilton's little sister.
Oh.
And I don't like girl, Kathy Hilton. I told you, Kathy Hilton be trying to play like she's like the little kooky. That lady is dark. I don't trust it. It's an act. I don't believe it. She's not as. What is hunky dory? She's not as dumb as we think she. Kathy, stop. She be trying to play
We're
like.
on to you.
Yes. I know you sent Paris to that terrible boarding school. We all know.
We remember.
Mm-hmm. Girl, I can get into that. But yeah, they need to just no. Boo to Bev. But she can come back. She can come back. Oh. That's it. I need to start from scratch.
With just Jennifer Tilley.
Yes, Jennifer Tilley. Because I don't want Sutton back. But she can be back, even though I don't like her. Because sometimes in the Housewives, you can't think of who you like. You have to think of who brings the most craziness. So
True.
Sutton can come. So never mind. Sutton can come. That's it.
I've never watched it. I just see my little clips. But she's fun.
Yeah, she's fun.
I do love Jennifer Tilley.
Right? And her role in Liar Liar, that was awesome.
Yeah, in your bra.
Great times. But I didn't watch any of the Chuckies. Did you watch?
I did like the Chuckies.
I was not a Chucky person, so.
Chucky scared the bejesus out of me when I was a kid.
Yeah. I don't think I'm as scary about stuff. It's a certain type of scary that I don't like now.
Yeah, that stuff now wouldn't scare me at all. But as a kid, a doll coming to life, no.
For sure.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, now I just don't want like demons and spirits and stuff and more of that. And it's the subtle, like to me, the two of the most scariest movies in the world were freaking the Blair Witch Project and Sixth Sense. Just because there was no like monsters or anything or big creatures. That subtle stuff that made you think and that shit.
Ominous children and signs, the alien.
Oh, that shit. Yeah, and then when it comes across that both in Signs and in the Sixth Sense, because remember that part it came behind her or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Whoosh! I was like, turn it off. Turn it off.
What Lies Beneath? That was a good one back
What Lies
in the
Beneath
day.
was scary. Did you see that they're coming out with the whatever of the death one? The crazy death movie. Final Destination.
Oh.
Hell no.
Those are scary.
Those are because you're like you start looking at everything like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I know that if you're 35 and up, you will never go behind a log truck in your life. I watched that first scene. I remember my ex-boyfriend in college got me to watch it. He's like, just watch it. Come on. I was like, fine. After that one scene, I was like, we're done. Turn it off. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, no. I'm over it. I can't. Why do I want to watch a movie about like 125 ways you could die? And it's like things where you're like, the person was just sitting on the couch and she got her head chopped off.
If it's your time, it's your time.
What was the movie even about? Can you stop it?
That's what the movie is about. You can't stop it.
Girl, that's where all the people had great. Can't I just like die like in a car accident or natural causes? I don't know. They was dying crazy. Those are the people that went to the underworld where Beetlejuice and them was, because Beetlejuice, remember they was all sitting in the waiting room? Yes. They was all died of crazy stuff. Like nobody had a heart attack.
Right. No one's just like, wow. I just went to sleep and didn't wake up.
Right. That was all the people from Final Destination went to the waiting room because they was all, remember people carrying their heads and shit. And I remember there was one shrunken head dude. There's all like, nobody just like breaking it. Oh my God.
The world peacefully in your sleep. Is that a different movie?
Did you Somebody have a disease that they just finally just in the hospital bed surrounded by their family? No?
Mm.
Okay.
All right.
You slit your wrist? Oh, okay. All right.
Scary. You choked on a chicken?
Right, and it's the bone?
Yeah.
The hell? How did that happen?
I mean, you should have saw that one coming. You deserve to be here.
You didn't see?
How did you get it this away?
Did you try to eat the whole chicken whole?
How hungry were you? And that is not a chicken bone. That is a cartoon. That is a dog bone.
Are you a carnivore?
Are you trying to go on the carnivore diet? Are you confused?
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
So that's all I got. I've just been
I've
scrolling and
Been
scrolling.
scrolling, hang out, but both of us been working, busy.
Yes.
And I don't think there's too much. I mean, we were supposed to talk about Coachella, but then we're like, ain't nobody really talking about it. The first weekend is the weekend that matters. So
yeah, I haven't really heard anything good about.
I haven't heard any. Is Gaga performing again?
Yeah, she did.
Good job, good for you, Gaga.
And then I saw T-Pain got to dance with Yo Gabba Gabba, and him
I
and
did hear
Fuso
about
were
that.
twirling.
Yes. Well, good
That's
for
not
them.
it.
So we got to go the first weekend.
Yeah, lesson learned. But not if there's gonna be lines.
No. I sent. Oh, I'll put that one as my number 3, actually. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to change it. I'll do that as my honorable mention. If you take a private jet, it's like 37, 35.
37.
So
that was a real nice one. That was only a 15
you're
minute.
right. That was a really, and it was a big one.
Yeah,
We
and it
just
was
need a
only a
small
15-minute ride. We'd have to get Dallas to.
Or we could just. Yeah, I guess we would have to get, depending how much, because we could like go. Okay, no, let's go and hang out in LA for like a week. Get an Airbnb, then get all our stuff that we need at the Target or wherever, not Target, and wherever we need to go in LA, because we can't bring all that stuff on the plane, like all of the things, like the inflatable pools, and just all kinds of stuff that you need that we saw. So we got to go shopping while we're in LA. From LA, it'll be cheaper to charter the plane from LA to Coachella. That's what
worked it out.
Yeah, worked it out. And we got to go early because we're not waiting in lines. How early we got to be there?
Yeah,
we just gonna be hanging out in LA. So just let us know. We just gonna be shopping,
just hanging out. Tell us where to go.
We just need to go shopping to get some supplies. That's all we need to do. So let us know where we need to go, what day.
But not all weekend too, because nobody's talking about it.
Nobody.
Oh well. Well, are you ready for what are you into?
I am. Do you have something?
Yes.
Go ahead, girl.
Love After Lockup is back, and y'all know I love me some Love After Lockup.
Okay, I know I've asked you this 8 million times. So where do you watch it?
We currently are buying it per episode on YouTube.
Really? How much is it, like $1 or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
But otherwise, you have to get Philo.
Right.
And I'm not trying to spend $50 a month on Philo to watch Love After Lockup.
Right.
But it is, I mean, it's nice to have like TV and stuff, but yeah, they need to make it a lot easier to watch. I don't understand why Love After Lockup is so difficult to watch.
And they put it on Peacock, and I was all excited. But it doesn't. It's not
current episodes.
Yeah, I was like, oh, and they like advertised it like it was a big deal, and I was like, hell yeah,
yeah.
And then you're like,
because there's Love After Lockup, there's Love During Lockup, there's Love After Lockup. They just did like a how did you get into jail lockup?
Yes, it's a great thing to have on like in the background and to look up every once in a while and be like, what?
Yes.
It's wild.
Yes. And so this current season, everybody's talking about there's Julius and Ashley. And Julius is a light-skinned black boy, and he's got 2 girls on the show. One, Alexis, who is his sister's best friend, and like who he paroles home to, and like that's his girl. Like she would go see him at prison and stuff. They go to visit. Well, Ashley, she's on the show too. And Ashley never even went and saw Julius. They've never met in person. She never
Mhm.
sent him any money. Like, they just communicated and were in a relationship. Well, she got Julius's name tattooed on her, and he was supposed to do the
Mm.
same, and he didn't. So all of her friends are like, I don't know. I don't know if he really likes you, if it's like that, blah, blah, blah. She's like, no, Julius loves me. They come on the show, and he stops saying, I love you, and he's being all shady and stuff. And he's being shady to the other girl, too, but he's being real shady to Ashley. And so finally, on this last episode, Julius shows up to Ashley's hotel. And she's like, Julius, it's you. And like jumps, and she's all excited. She's got her wig on and a dress and her
She did have a
makeup.
wig on, didn't she?
And everybody's saying that this girl looks different in every
That's
photo,
the girl you said.
every
Okay.
every time
Uh-huh.
she changes her hair, her makeup, or her clothes, she does look different. She
Uh-huh.
is a chameleon.
Uh,
But they also said she's gained 90 pounds in the last year. So, like, that's gonna change your body a lot too.
that
And
does make you
girl,
look
check your
different.
thyroids or something. Like, there might be
Right?
something medically wrong.
You know what? Her neck was very big. I remember
Mhm.
thinking, I was like, "Damn, she got a big old neck."
Mhm. But
Mm.
she was a stripper before, and
Mm.
she had it going on.
Right.
So, anyways, he's saying that she's a catfish and he ain't really feeling her like that. And she was like, so are you trying to go swimming and hang out or what? And he was like, I can't swim. And she was like, you're like 6 feet tall. You can go in the
Oh,
shallow
okay.
end. And he's like, no, I don't swim. And she's like very disappointed that she doesn't swim. Well, then he tells her they're not in a relationship because she's like, why are you being like this? And he's like, you got the wrong idea. We're not in a relationship. And she's like, what do you mean? And he was like, that's you have a fantasy. And she says, is there another girl? And he's like, yeah. And he is coming clean. We'll give
Mhm.
him that. But then she gets mad and she keeps storming out of her room. And she was like, you can't even swim. Ashley is so mad
Pissed.
that this MFer is a liar and he can't swim.
I'd be pissed too.
And she said, you can't even swim. What if we went to the fucking beach?
That's what he's gonna.
And he's
LJ's
like,
girlfriends are gonna be saying. He's gonna be saying to his girlfriends, "Mom, she can't even swim." I'm like, "Baby, calm down." That's what the kind of children I'm raising.
that's
So sorry, I can't understand Ashley.
I am on Ashley's side too. But stand up, you 6 foot tall.
God,
And stop lying to these women. He told her,
can't
I
even
was in
swim,
jail. I was the catch.
girl. That's when he said that I was like, "Ugh."
Excuse me? Tammy Wynette would say, stand by your man. And we say,
But that ain't even her man. He even telling him that's not your man to stand by. So girl, you need to go.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Love After Lock, just the whole concept of Love After Lockup is hilarious. Cause like girls, like that's like the opposite of sprinkle. That's the opposite of what Shira is telling you to do. It's a whole nother mental condition with women who
It's got to be control because they
right?
know where these guys are. They're
Yeah,
bad boys who are under control.
exactly. Like I said, there's a difference between like, okay, you was with your man and he got locked up and you want to stay. That's different. But there are women who specifically are like, I'm a
Right an
that
inmate.
yeah, like now that he's left me, I'm gonna go find this other inmate. And then when he gets out, then it blows up, and then that's what they do. It's so weird.
Wild.
That's why you don't like get those. You cannot have a relationship that starts over the phone or over messaging or anything like that. It's no, because anybody can be like, yeah, doobie 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 doo. I like that too.
I think you can start a relationship over the phone. Maybe not from jail.
You can start it, but you shouldn't even be like serious until you guys have met.
Yeah, he was like, we ain't even never met, but she got his name tattooed on her.
Yeah, and she did sell them texts, and the text said, "You know, I'm gonna be that man
I'm
for
gonna
you."
be that man for
Yeah,
you.
we can talk and flirt over the phone all day, but keep your options open to everyone,
Right.
you and you,
Mm.
like until you meet. But yeah, we can talk. Sure. What's up? What you doing?
Yeah. The president of the moon.
And you? Katy Perry's my mom, and she went to the moon, and my name is Daisy.
Uh, checks out.
Yeah, I believe her. She sent me a picture.
And I bet Katy Perry can swim. Idiot. What are you into, girl?
Oh, okay. So we went to go see Sinners, me, LJ, and Lovey. Even though we told Lovey that it's gonna be scary and she'd have to go, but she insisted on going. She said she was like, because we asked her how it was, she was like, I'm too scared to give a good review. And we're like, sorry, we told you you had to go.
Told you it was scary.
Yeah, but she's a little sister. She just wants to hang out. But LJ and I, on the other hand, loved it. It is such a good movie. Please go see this movie. Like, I just think it was beautiful. Michael B. Jordan is such a good actor.
What is the story? I forget the story of it.
So
like, the premise.
It's so he plays twins, right? He's twins, and sometimes you forget, like, oh, that's one person. Like, such a
I do love the memes. Like, if I tell you I want a pair of Jordans, this is what I'm talking
girl,
about.
because he's fine in there. I mean, I always thought he was fine, but no, he's fine. Yes,
fine.
Both of them, smoke and stack. And like, they're trying to open this juke joint. I don't want to say too much without giving it away. They're trying to open up this juke joint, and it's a vampire movie. Chaos ensues. And it takes place in Jim Crow America. I think it's like 1932 in Mississippi. So you can guess all the things going on around there. And it is just like well researched. You can tell, like, Ryan Coogler, anytime there's a Ryan Coogler movie and LJ wants to see it, I'm like, let's go, because I know that that's his boy, and I'm like, my baby gonna be a Ryan Coogler one day. He gonna be directing some movies like that for the culture. I can't wait to go see them. But like, he, like, just his, like, vision, and like, oh my god, there's just one scene in there. If you see the movie, you know what I'm talking about. You're like, yes, it's great, it's beautiful, and just all the little things. You have to, like, listen and pay attention, but you get it though. It's not like two where you're like, what happened? Like you pay attention, you're like, oh, you start connecting the dots, and it's just really great. And I just hope that, like, come Oscar season, I just hope it just gets recognized somehow.
Did you see the new rule that everybody has to watch all the Oscar nomination movies? The new rule? The new rule that in order to vote in the Oscars, you have to watch all the nominations.
Okay.
Why is it a new
right?
That explains a lot.
That does. But it's so, because, like, look, I thought I did good because I saw 3 of those movies last year. I usually see maybe one. So I consider myself, I should have been on the Oscar voting.
You probably saw more than the Academy did, apparently.
And so, like,
having to make the roles.
I still think about, because, you know, Anora won everything, like Best Picture, Best Actress, Best Cinematography. It won all the things. And the movie was good. Don't get me wrong. It was a good movie. You're like, damn. But, like, I just don't understand how it won all of those things. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad movie at all. Like, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
But, like, if you saw it, I feel like you'd be like, I mean, it was a good movie.
It's fine.
It was good. Like, it was very well acted, and yeah, it was crazy, and I felt things, but like, a picture of the year, director of the year, and maybe I'm not looking at, so like, when I see things like Sinners, and I'm like, and I feel like everybody is like, oh my god, like, what are y'all looking for, Oscars? Like, it's like buzzing, and everyone's talking about it, everybody's thinking and coming up, and so I'm just like, if it doesn't get awarded or recognized, it doesn't have to win, but if it's at least not up for a few Golden Globes and Oscars, I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed, Oscar.
That's fair.
Because it's one of those things. The general public liked it. No, you got to be real. You got to be the 1% smart.
Right.
Smart. It's got to confuse you.
You have to dislike it a little bit. Why?
You have to go, why are they singing right now? At this moment,
confused.
Why are they singing? That's weird. But I don't know. It's a great movie. I advise everyone to go see it. I think it's beautiful.
Check it out.
Yeah, Delroy Lindo. Do you know him, right? He's an actor from back in the day. Oh my god, he was so good. I love Delroy Lindo, and he did a really good job. It's fun to see actors that you used to see that were old when we were, because Delroy Lindo's always been old.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And like to see him now, you're like, you still old, but you still look good. And look at you acting.
Way to go.
Right? I love actors like that where you're like,
I
you've
do like
never been young, but you still look good old.
Yes. They're like, oh yeah, I forgot you were young. I just didn't know it.
Well, like he was like when we were growing up, he was like 40s. So in our minds, we were like, yeah, we never knew him as like a 20-year-old.
Right.
Or even a maybe like upper 30s.
Yeah, it's like Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. To us, he's always been, and then you look at old pictures from the 70s, you're like, he was young.
That checks out.
No. Thought he was just born. My grandpa told me he was born an old person, so I thought you were one of them.
That's funny.
I believed him.
Oh.
Well, if your grandpa, that's the one person you do believe. You're like, I was like, Mom, he was born and he was 20. He said 27. I remember specifically he said 27. Mom, grandpa was born, he was 27. And she was like, no, baby.
That is not true.
He told me.
He said.
And then your grandpa, like in your mind, he's like super old. So you're like, that checks.
Yeah. He had to have started at 27. There's no way all that time could have passed.
None.
All right. You ready for our triple dipper, girl?
Let's do it.
All right. We decided to do our top 3 favorite new channels we follow on social media.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Yeah. I tend to follow hashtags and not people.
See, I don't follow hashtags. I always forget about the hash. I put hashtags on my videos.
Oh, see, I follow the hashtags.
Really?
Yeah. So, do you have any honorable mentions?
I do. I switched one because I thought about something. An honorable mention. Okay, so it's an account called Royalty Smiley, and it's a dentist, and he's a black dude. I don't know if he's African or what. I don't know why I say African, but he lives in like McAllen, Texas. And if you know McAllen, Texas, that's like down in the valley where it's like 80 plus, maybe even 90-something% Hispanic, because Laredo was out in the valley too. And the only reason I say like I wonder if he's African because I remember seeing every once in a while black men in Laredo, and they were always African. And when I would see them, they would always look at me, and I'd look at them. And we'd all be like, "What are you doing here?"
I didn't look at me.
Yeah,
I looked at
I remember one time I went running, and this African dude like moved in close to my mother-in-law's, and he was like, "Where are you from?" Like he looked at me like, "Where are the others?" And I was like, "I'm visiting. I'm sorry." And we talked for a while because he was just happy to see a black person in Laredo. He was like, "What the fuck?"
Hey,
right? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm visiting. But that's why I don't know if he's I don't know, but he's a dentist in McAllen, and he has funny videos. Like if you like stuff like Dr. Miami, I think funny doctors were fun. Because you don't expect to see them. Lawyers, funny lawyers, stuff like that. And I'm like, at least they have a personality, and hopefully they'll service you.
That's why Eric Martin Says You're Gonna Die has been so fun. It's because like we've gotten to have fun with it.
Yes. So he's funny accounts that I follow, and I've sold some of it, not his sounds, but the way he uses it and just make it like for a realtor. But yeah.
Nice. I didn't write down any honorable mentions.
Okay. I didn't have any until I switched it last night.
Just now.
Yeah.
Well, my number 3, her name is Lexi Allen, and she does this. It's called Soul School, and her handle is at Lexi Television. But she's real fun. She's a black girl, and she'll go like the mall, and she'll interview people, and she'll it's usually like white people, but she'll do black people too. And it's her soul. What is it? Soul School. And so she'll say, God is good, and if you get it right, then you get a point, or you level up, or da 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 da. But it's funny, the ones that they get it, she's like impressed, and then the ones that don't get it it's bad. It's so awkward.
No.
She's like, no. Not invited to the barbecue. But she's super cute, and she's been fun to watch lately.
That's fun.
And I would definitely pass the test.
You would pass?
Yeah. There's some that I would be like, no. Like, I didn't know who Boo Boo the Fool was. Not me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like, just anybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Got
you. I was like, I don't know who that person is.
I remember on the Breakfast Club, that the one with Charlemagne the God, they had Candace Owens on one time. And Jess Hilarious asked her, she says, like, Candace, so like, do you know this? Like, God is good. And she was like, where's that from? Like, she didn't know. And everybody was like, why are y'all talking to Candace Owens?
That says everything you need to
Right.
know. Everything.
Mm.
All right, what's your number 3, girl?
Okay, my number 3, I just changed it because I remember that I did like this account, and we were talking about going to Coachella and flying. The reason I know that is because I follow this account called Amalfi, I think Amalfi Airlines, and it's a private jet company. And the guy, and I don't know if these are staged or what, but it's just funny. He always records like his people booking because, I mean, imagine if you're booking a private jet, you ain't broke. So the people and their realities are, and their expectations are like, ugh. So sometimes I'm like, is this real? But it's just fun to think it is. Like he has one specific client named Kenna, and it's her dad's account, and she always wants the most ridiculous things. And she's like, I need to take my boyfriend to Sweden. And I say, hey, okay, Kenna, where are you? I'm in Italy, and we need to be there like in a few hours. Okay, like. That's how like, and she's like, and and like he knows all her, like he'll always say something, and he's like, oh, but your account's frozen. Remember your dad said he didn't like your boyfriend. He's like, what? He said that? Well, can't you just like book it and we'll pay? He's like, no, I like seeing this is all your dad's account, and he's the one that funds you. Like I can't go against what he says. But it's just crazy. And then she'll call back later and be like, okay, I talked to him. He put $1 million in my account. Do you see it? Okay, yes, I can see it. All right, like it's just crazy, like the reactions and the things that they request. And that's how I knew that it was $35,000 to go to Coachella, because somebody wanted he was like, I want a big jet, but like a big one, like a
I need to impress my friends.
Yeah, like he wanted like a normal flight. Like, what is it that we fly on, the 757 G6? I don't know, 77 maybe, but he wanted something slightly smaller than that. And usually when you have a private jet, it's like super small. And so it's just crazy. It's very interesting to see those people book. And he's always like looking at the camera, like Jim from The Office, like looking at the camera, like, okay, yes, I'll get that right to you. Like, because you can imagine like the shit you have to deal with. Like,
right?
I just have to deal with these people. They spend a lot of money. So I'm just going to make TikTok videos of it and look at the camera.
That's wild.
Right.
Yeah, he was fun. He was engaging. I liked him.
Yeah. What did I send you that video? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I was like, this is how much it costs to go to. Yeah. Because it's serious. We got to put it in the budget.
Yes. We got to start manifesting all this stuff. I don't want to forget anything.
Right.
Stuck in line.
Right. Focus. Like, this is what we're trying to avoid this whole time.
Dang it. We almost thought of everything. All right. My number 2, Luana Lima. I love her.
That's the food lady?
The food lady.
Okay.
Yeah. I was trying to find new people, but I keep going back to her.
I mean, that's pretty new for you.
It is new for me.
Yeah.
And I don't follow like people a lot. So I just love her. And she always plays the same music, and then she hands little drinks to the people, and then they always kind of look at her, and then she cheers to them and the food, and then they feed her, and she feeds them.
I'm glad she doesn't come across people who are like, I don't drink sodas, or I'm a vegetarian. Or maybe she does and she doesn't show it.
Oh, that's possible.
But I'm glad that we don't, because I would be mad at someone. I'm like, drink the soda that the girl is giving you.
What do you mean you don't like chimichurri?
Right?
Get out of here.
I would just eat whatever was given to me. You know what? Normally I'm a Dr. Pepper girl, but I'm going to enjoy this Coca-Cola Classic.
What is this? Lanolin? I'll try it.
Yeah, I'm glad that they don't have any picky eaters. I'd be pissed. Like, what the fuck? She's just sharing with you.
And she's just a beautiful woman who wants to have a meal with you.
Right. Just eat it.
But she just makes me so happy. Like, I think I'll be done with one, and I'm like, one more. And then I'll, like, watch somebody else, and they're, like, eating each other. She's just so lovely. Yeah. Luana Lima.
Good job, Luana.
Yes. All right, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Dustin Ross. He's on Instagram. It's the Instagram follow. It's called Look at Dustin. And so because so I love me a good Housewives. And Carlos King is an ex-Housewives producer, and he has a podcast. And Carlos King is really cute. I like him, whatever. But lately he's been having on a guest, I guess. And Dustin's voice is real smooth. It's just like really deep and low, and he sounds so cool. And I was like developing a crush on him, okay? Because the way I was like, this dude knows Housewives like that, and he'd be like, yeah, and like all cool. And I'm like, who is this Black King that knows housewives that you can come on a podcast and talk. Well, I looked him up. He's gay, but it's okay. I still want to be friends with him.
Yeah.
Because he just seems so cool. Like I just love a cool dude. He's like, yeah. And you can talk to housewives, and he's just like, yeah, mama, like you. I also have a crush on you. I don't care.
Right?
Maybe we can't
Wouldn't
get
be
it.
the first time I had a crush on a gay man.
Right. And he's just like, oh, he's just so cute. So I started to follow him. So look at Dustin on Instagram. He loves, like, you can tell I love a black or not black, just a gay person, a gay man that loves women. You can tell he loves, and that's why he kind of confused you, because he'll tell you you're sexy and your boobies look good and stuff, and you're like, what? No, we go together now,
right? You be saying that stuff to me,
right?
Yeah.
Girl, you look good. Look at them titties. Oh, okay, hold on now.
Are you saying you want to?
Right. I don't know. And it just sounds so, and you can tell it's sincere. I just love him. So yes,
I love it.
Right?
A gay guy.
Yeah, right. I said when they really love women and stuff, and they're really just, you can just, what other black dude am I gonna find that can really talk about the housewives? Oh my god, that's why I was like, who is this?
I was bonding with my bartender the other day, and he was like, "Oh," I would tell him, "Oh, we have a podcast." He was like, "Really?" And he was like, "My favorite podcast." He was like, "I'm not sure if you know her, Trisha Paytas," and I was like, "What kind of pop culture podcast person would I be if I didn't know who Trisha Paytas was?"
I don't know who Trisha Paytas is. What's that?
You do know who Trisha
I
Paytas
do?
is. You do know.
She's on. You listen to her podcast?
She's had several podcasts. She had the podcast with Colleen Ballinger when all that stuff came out with Colleen Ballinger, who wrote the Toxic Love Train song, or the Toxic Gossip Train song. Look up Trisha Paytas.
Girl, I don't know who this is.
I know who she is.
I'm like, is she black? Is she white?
She's white.
Why she look like that?
She's been in the spotlight for a long time.
Really?
She was in a Blink-182 video. She's been on Ellen for like the fastest speaker. Like Trisha Paytas will go on TV and to do anything whatsoever. She was recently on. It was something big, and Trisha Paytas was there, and everyone was like, "What?" But she's just a internet personality person.
Okay.
I do love me some. She's the one, remember when we were talking about Nikki Blonsky, and she was like, I want to have Nikki Blonsky on the show. And they were like, really? After everything that happened? She was like, what are you talking about? And she found out in real time what Nikki Blonsky did.
Yes.
That's Trisha Paytas. You've seen Trisha Paytas 1,000 times.
Girl.
You just probably didn't know it was her.
I guess I'm not. So who said that? The bartender said that they liked her?
Yeah.
You did? Okay.
The bartender did. And I was like, I know Trisha Paytas. And yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about.
I'm glad that you said that, because I would have been like,
that's what we make a good team, is because one of us knows.
Do not know Trisha Paytas.
One of us, if we were in trivia, we'd be fine. Because what one lacks, the other one does.
If you say it really fast, it sounds like, girl, she got diagnosed with a Trisha Paytas.
A Trisha Paytas.
Oh Lord, I didn't got the Trisha Paytas.
No, not a Trisha Paytas.
You know what I say all the time that I don't ever say out loud, but in my head, from The Office, when Sarah Kai comes in, who is Sarah Kai comes in? Because they were in the cloud when Pam was in New York and going to this art school.
Oh, okay.
And she was trying to hurry and tell Jim a story, and she was like, and Sarah Kai comes in, and like Dwight was over there, and like Jim hangs up, and he's like, who is Sarah Kai comes in? And I say it all the time to myself, but I know nobody would get it, so I just
pretty obscure.
It is. Who is Sarah Kai? Okay, anyway.
All right. Is it my wait, did you do number 2?
Yes.
Okay, number 1. 10 Fish Talk with May.
Yay!
I love her.
Still enjoying the 10 Fish.
She is she has all kinds of like great like pairing ideas. She does all kinds of different stuff. And she's just delightful.
Yeah.
She's just cute, and she teaches you about tinned fish and pairings and how to make little snack plates and little cheeses and sweets and how to just enjoy your darn life and eating good food.
And eating fun, good food. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been very eye-opening. I have enjoyed her because she's opened doors to other tinned fish people and
Girl, when you posted that thing about the 10 fish, we got a lot of comments. Apparently, we're not the only ones that was up in 10 fish.
Right?
So do it. I got some capers and some lemon juice for mine, and I put it in there. It was delicious.
Nice.
So do it.
It's good.
It's so good. If you like fish, I would even say, because it doesn't have a fishy taste that like some fish can have, like fresh fish.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, if you like fish, you'll like it. But I'm like, I think you don't even have to really like fish. I don't even
think you need to like fish.
Yeah.
Because when I think tinned fish, I think tuna, like a can of tuna.
Right.
And I think like sardines. It like not sardines, anchovies. And I thought I didn't know the difference between anchovies and sardines.
Yes, I think I was the same way.
Anchovies are very pungent.
Yeah.
Very much so. And like those will get you.
Right.
But sardines are not like that at all. Mackerel, tuna,
right?
Or not tuna, trout. They have all kinds.
They have all, and they're not very expensive. And you're eating healthy. You're eating a light, healthy snack full of protein.
Yeah, people are weirded out about like the bones and stuff.
Yeah, but you're not like, no, but whatever.
Get you some calcium or
get you some.
But yeah. That's been my new favorite thing lately.
Right. I think if you have a charcuterie board that you know you're going to eat, we should put that on there. I don't know how you could display it. You just leave it in the tin. Like make sure it sits in the olive.
Yeah.
It tear off the But yeah.
Yeah. Charcuterie with some tin fish.
Yeah.
Delicious.
For sure. I agree.
What's your number one?
Well, my number one is this girl on TikTok, and her name is Madison Humphrey, and she does like weird. Okay, so you originally like maybe you'll see like a weird cringy couple. So that was a couple video, and like the most recent one she did was there's this like really cringy proposal on a deck on a fishing boat dock. Yes, thank you. And the guy was just like standing behind her, and she's like, like, and then the mom is telling her like, "You want to do the stuff? You want to do like?" It's very vague what she says. Like, "You want to do the stuff? Yeah, let's do the stuff." And then finally, her fiance gets her attention and turns her around.
He's like trying to grab her hand, and she's like swatting.
Yes. And then finally, he's just like, "Son, whatever. Will you marry me?" And she's like, "I will."
I will.
And it's happens in 2 seconds, and everybody just looks very, very casual, like they're just hanging around, and it's no big deal.
Just Tuesday on a dock.
That so and so just got engaged. Very awkward. Very weird. Well, she does the parody. Of it, like, or Les and I were cracking up about, I don't know if y'all remember, because we talked about this on the podcast, I think, or on a clip. I think we talked about it on the podcast about the girl coming out singing at her wedding.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, she like swat away the kid. She was like, "Hurry up, go." Comes out. Yes. And so she does parody videos of those awkward, weird things.
Nice.
And half the time, no, almost 9 times out of 10, I see her video first, and then I have to go back and find the original. And it's so funny because it makes it. I think they're funny on their own because I know she's making fun of something. But when I go and see the original, it makes it more hilarious.
That much more hilarious.
Yes. So Madison Humphrey is my new favorite follow. Like I've been seeing her. I finally decided to follow her, and it's just freaking hilarious.
She's good stuff.
I like a good awkward, weird.
Making light
of a good satire because. This shit is around. The shit going on around us is crazy.
Will you marry me? I will.
I will.
And then moving on.
All right. Did you catch that fish? Do you need to put some more bait on there? Okay.
I don't have sunscreen on. Really?
So weird. So go look up that video. Yes. You can probably find like dock proposal or something.
Yeah.
Girl in the green dress dock proposal. I don't know. Funny.
Good stuff. All right, well, you got anything else, girl?
No, girl.
All right. Well, make sure you're following us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And you can watch us on Spotify and YouTube. I'm Leslie.
And follow your girl, Ramelle the Realtor, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
All right. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Woo, woo, woo.